fall behind, and they wouldn't make first place. Miss first place, and they'd all get shocked. With Workstation 3 now empty, their ranking had already dropped to 4th. Everyone scrambled to make up the difference. But Mike wasn't about to leave his fate in someone else's hands. From the moment he'd arrived, he'd been secretly plotting his escape. Every bathroom break, he'd sneak off to a hidden spot and saw away at a water pipe. He'd barely made any progress when the intercom blared again. New inmates had arrived. Mike quickly covered his tracks and rushed back to the workshop.
You men on the floor! Hold your positions!
It was during this transfer that Mike spotted a critical flaw in the prison's defenses. The guards escorting the newcomers weren't wearing insulated boots, yet they stood unaffected while shocking the inmates. That meant the elevator platform wasn't connected to the electrical grid. This revelation gave Mike a spark of hope. If they could overpower the guards on that platform and seize their equipment, they might actually have a way out. But the timing wasn't right yet. First, he needed to convince the others to join him. With the new arrivals, the workshop's efficiency improved. Through everyone's combined effort, they finally clinched first place and avoided the shock punishment. But that same day, one inmate learned through sign language with the neighboring block that something serious had gone down on the second floor. Before Mike could get more details, the temperature in his cell suddenly spiked, and the air grew thin, making it hard to breathe. The lights cut out abruptly, then flickered back on a few seconds later. The supervisor immediately shut down any discussion, terrified that word might reach the guards and implicate him. Soon, the intercom ordered everyone back to their quarters. Once inside, Mike couldn't help asking the supervisor, hadn't he ever thought about escaping? The supervisor dodged the question. He only had 217 days left on his sentence. He wasn't about to take any risks this close to the finish line. But Mike kept pressing, which only made the supervisor more nervous, worried the guards might be listening. Mike calmly pointed out that the guards couldn't be bothered to eavesdrop. In their eyes, no one could possibly escape this place. When the supervisor refused to engage, Mike grew increasingly frustrated. He knew that for any escape plan to succeed, he needed the supervisor on his side. The next morning, news of what happened on the second floor finally spread. All 500 inmates, every single one, had been electrocuted to death. That's why the guards had cut power to the entire prison, explaining the brief blackout from before. This tragedy shook the supervisor to his core, even though he'd always worked himself to the bone for this place. But to keep everyone calm, he clenched his teeth and insisted it was just a rumor. Until the truth came out, everyone should keep working.